Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to do something a little different on Fun with Watches. Instead of a unboxing or review, I have what I call the movement redemption. Let's start out with the wrist check. I'm wearing my Tag Heuer Aqua Racer. The wife said I can go to Borsheim's today and pick out a new watch for our anniversary. So I was going to wear my Tag Heuer since I bought it at Borsheim's. And it's going to look cooler when I take it off to try on other watches. And Greg was wearing my Armatron BJ3407 Griffey. Grogu said that he set up Peli Amato and Miggs Mayfield on a blind date. He asked her how the date went. She said he showed up late, was rude to the waiter, drank too much, and forgot his wallet, so she had to pick up the check. He asked her if she would go out with him again. She said sure. Her last date shot the waiter, so this was a definite improvement. A while back, I was on Facebook looking at ads, and I saw an ad for movement watches. I really didn't know much about movement watches, and I decided, well, do I run a watch channel or not? So I went ahead and ordered one to review it, so I would learn more about it. I knew that movement watches didn't have a good reputation among the watch community, but I was under the false impression that it was due to the fact that they were more marketed towards younger men, you know, the bro type. So I get the watch and I do a review on it, and I didn't hate the watch. It's not my style. I don't think I would ever own it if it was the only watch I could ever own, but I liked it. I had it on for 4 or 5 days. Had fun wearing it, and I told people that basically you could get a better watch for the money, but it wasn't a piece of junk. So if you like the style and the logo and the brand, then there's nothing wrong with paying a little bit extra for it. Well, I guess I found out the hard way that the reason people hate movement watches are they are convinced you can get the exact same watch on AliExpress for $3. And this made many people quite upset that I would dare recommend a watch that only costs $3 on AliExpress. Not only was I called an idiot for not being able to tell that it was a $3 watch, I was even accused of taking money from Movement to give it a positive review. Like Movement would pay me and my whopping 700 subscribers for a positive review. I can 100% guarantee you I have no involvement with Movement watches and have never been given money or a watch from Movement. So I go to AliExpress, and sure enough, I find a watch that looks just like the Movement, and it's only $3. And I found another one that looked just like the Movement that was $5.50. So I went ahead and ordered the more expensive one, so I wouldn't get accused of buying the cheapest one there. So I got the same watch for $5.50. And sure enough, in the ad, it looks just like the Movement. Now, mind you, this is the same AliExpress where you can buy a Citizen Blue Angel chronograph for $15. And one of these new Seiko 5s with the guitar dials for $40. And also, I noticed too that when you look at the ad for this so-called Movement watch on AliExpress, there is no 12 o'clock index. But when you look at pictures of people actually wearing the watch, there was a 12 o'clock index. So why is this 12 o'clock index missing? Well, obviously they took the photos of Movement watches and blurred out the Movement logo. So anyway, the other day, the $5.50 Movement watch arrived in the mail the other day. So here it is. Here's a side-by-side comparison. Nailed it. Basically, just looking at this $5.50 watch, I could stop this video right now. I mean, there is obviously no visual comparison. But I just wish you guys could feel this watch. Because you can really tell a cheap watch by how it feels. And boy, does this watch feel cheap. And this watch does not. But since a lot of you are convinced that it's the same watch, I'm going to go ahead and do a further comparison. Let's start out with weight. If they're the same watch, they should weigh the same, correct? So let's go ahead and weigh them. So I will take the watch heads off the bracelet of this because this has a leather strap, so obviously this is going to be heavier by the fact that it has a bracelet. So I'll take the bracelet off. And then we'll take the strap off this one. Oh, wait a minute. This doesn't have a quick release like the movement watch does. So I'm going to have to get out a tool to take the strap off. I thought it was the same watch. Why doesn't it have quick release? Here's the movement watch. It weighs 46 grams with the bracelet removed. Here's the 550 knockoff, and it weighs 30 grams. So basically, if this was the same watch, then the movement logo weighs 15 grams? I don't think so. This is obviously a different watch. Now that we've weighed the watch heads, let's weigh the case backs. This is the case back of the $5.50 knockoff. It only weighs 5 grams. Here's the case back of the movement watch. It weighs 12 grams. So it weighs over twice as much as the $5.50 knockoff. So tell me which one is more substantial. Now that we have the case backs off, let's go ahead and look at the insides. Which one is the movement and which one is the $5.50 knockoff? If you said the movement's the one on the left, you're a winner. The one on the left has a Japanese movement. The one on the right, who knows who made the movement? Unfortunately, I don't have a movement with a leather strap to compare straps, but here's the strap of the $5.50 knockoff. It feels like paper. It's definitely not real leather. And once again, it doesn't have quick release when the movement watch does have quick release. It feels like I could tear this with my hands. Then look at this buckle. Look at the prong. It's all loose. Really thin, not substantial at all. These keepers are so thin, it looks like you could just tear them. I didn't really care about damaging the watch since it's only a $5.50 piece of crap anyway. And so here's the leather strap. As you can see, this is not leather. And here is the movement bracelet. Very solid, very substantial, has some good weight to it. The links don't rattle. I mean, the clasp is kind of plain pressed, but it does the job. This bracelet alone is worth 5 times as much as that cheap watch. Now that we verified that this knockoff doesn't have the same movement as the movement, let's go ahead and see how it works. The only positive thing I can actually say about this watch is at least the second hand hits the marks. But let's check out the crown action. As you can see, first of all, the crown is tiny and not even the same color as the rest of the watch, unlike the movement. So now that as you can see, I pulled out the crown and the watch isn't even hacking. Also, the date wheel is not color matched like the movement date wheel, even though the pictures on the AliExpress ad do show it color matched. As you can see, the crown action is really loose. The minute hand flops all over the place. Can we shake the minute hand? No, we can't shake it. Well, so at least that's one positive thing. But look what happens when you push it in. It jumps. Like your typical cheap quartz movement, it jumps. So setting the time is really difficult. The whole goal of this video is not to get you to like movement watches. I am not a fan of their style or design, and if I only could have one watch to ever wear, it would not be a movement. I just want you to know that it is not the same watch you can get for $3 on AliExpress, and you can't believe everything you hear just because it's on the internet. Well, thank you for watching my movement redemption video, and I hope this was educational. I might just go ahead and keep this movement watch as a reminder not to believe everything I read. Bye.